Okay. Um, so we we have seen this like end of semester report last week, but I would like to review some things and make some comments and get some ideas from you. So last semester, these are like the goals or the objectives by the company, and like in the low legend in the legend in the bottom is what are the expected or what are the expectations, and then in the circle is what we achieved. So the scorecard goal was 85%, and we achieved 81% as a team. So there were very good performers and some others not very good performers. Even though most of you improved during the semester, there were some like low scores that impacted our team performance. Then we have the CSOT goal, 90%, and we finished the semester with 87. And the required action goal is 100%, and we finished with 96%. So what was the reason of this, or what were the causes of this? So let me see. So this is the performance scorecard for the whole semester as a team. We we started a little bit low at the beginning, and then we improved and we maintain our score or our performance um, very close to the expectations. Okay, what were the main issues? They were oranges because missing timestamps, inaccurate TVs, and wrong support related topics. Red because missing or late self-evaluations, and yellows because not answering within 24 hours, or because templates only, what it means that you didn't have like the minimum expected, the minimum amount of conversation expected for the week, which is 3. Um, so what do you think about this, guys? What is something that maybe you are struggling with, or something that is not clear for you, or I don't know, maybe ideas or thoughts that you think that we can improve and could help us to perform better this semester? What do you think?
Hi, Axel.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that in the beginning, um, I think that's what dropped like our score a lot. It was week 1, week 2, and week 3. Um, I think we were a lot of new mentors, and that's kind of dropped the group in average, like the scorecard, because we had a lot of orange in week 2, week 1, week 3. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what dropped a lot. And for the other week, um, I think we, as a team, we know like how to document and we know what we are expected to do. But sometimes, at least for me, like in week 8, I think I got an orange because like a small detail that I forgot, like I didn't pay attention to that. Um, but I think as a team, we are a lot better. And I think that we will improve a lot in our scorecard. Um,
Yeah. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you for your comments. Okay. Anyone else?
I was thinking about the problem we had with some actions assigned to a mentor who had to leave the team, and I was thinking if there's a way to like reassign actions. I don't know if that exists, but we have this mentor who have 10 actions, and he's leaving. Is there a way to share with the team, like maybe give two actions to each one until we have all the actions completed, just to keep our rate increasing circumstances
Okay.
like that. Maybe I don't know if there's a way, but
Well, I mean, usually the actions are linked. I mean, not usually, or every time the actions are linked to a student. So if a mentor leaves, we should reassign those students to someone else. So the actions are renewed to this like new mentor. The thing is that it not depends on me, and sometimes I need to depend on someone else. I don't know, let's say the manager, for example, to reassign those students. So let's say that the actions expires tomorrow, okay, and the mentor leave today, and the manager, I say the manager, okay, I need to reassign those students. She will say, okay, I will do it, but next Friday, next Monday, and I can't do anything in that case. But it's a good idea, Maya. I will. We can like. I mean, I know when the mentors are leaving during the semester, so I can prepare maybe a strategy to say, okay, Mayara, or I don't know, Jose or whoever will leave tomorrow. What we can do to reassign those students quickly to avoid losing actions. But yeah, I will take note of this. Thank you. Okay, someone else? Any other insight? Raquel?
One thing
Regarding
that
regarding scorecards, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One thing that I like that you do is placing like this thing that we mark if we did send the self-evaluation, and you put that in the group. I think it helps a lot for us not to forget and how many hours we have until it's closed. So I don't know, but you can keep doing this because it helps. And
Okay.
all the other things I think that are just paying attention. I remember that we had a goal of taking at least 1 hour to review all documentation, so we could keep this as a team thing to do, and maybe it will help us document correctly.
Great, great. Thank you. Okay, I will continue doing this, putting this poll of self-evaluation sent. I think it's useful. But yes, guys, I think that we improved at the end of the semester, but I don't want you to forget what you were doing well. Okay, so I want you to keep working in this way because I know that you can do it. Something that I want you to keep in mind is that evaluators evaluate significant conversations. Okay, so I would like to put like a day, maybe I don't know, let's say Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday maybe, to review the significant conversations that you have documented. Okay, let's all the whole team give, I don't know, 30 minutes, for example, 30 minutes in your shift to review all your significant interactions. Okay, because sometimes you have, I don't know, let's say 50 interactions, but just 6 or 7 or 10 are significant. Okay, so please take 30 minutes on Thursday to review those 10, because those will be evaluated. Okay, and check if the timestamps are okay, if the KB that you attach, it's correct or is related to the conversation, or if maybe you gave the student maybe some information that could be contrasted with a KB and you didn't attach this KB. Okay, please review it and attach the KB if needed. Okay, I know, check the support related topic. Something about this, the support related topic, is that they will be not very strict with this, but at least try to be the most accurate possible. Okay, so if it is, I know, let's say if it is talking about the scholarships, don't put none of the above, because it is related to finances. Okay, so try to maybe to think what is the most similar to the thing that you are talking about. Okay, so yeah. Reds, remember the self-evaluations. Remember the self-evaluation should be sent on Friday, and something that I suggest to you is that send it like don't wait until the end of your shift to do it. Okay, if possible, do it at the beginning or in the middle of your shift on Friday, because you don't know if at the end of your shift you will, I don't know, you will have a like you will not have energy, or maybe I know you have a crisis, or maybe you, I know, you need to go to the hospital or whatever. Okay, so don't wait until the last minute, because sometimes it could happen. And then remember to answer within 24 hours, and remember that if possible, answer I mean, not if possible, it's mandatory to answer at least with a, I know, I receive your message and I will answer tomorrow, and I will answer after finding the correct answer to you or something, but at least give this like receipt message to the student, okay, within 24 hours. Yes, any question about performance scorecard? No? Okay. Yeah, Nieva.
Actually, this is not a question. I just also want to share my experience last semester. Um, Last semester I got orange because of the date for the registration. It just 20 instead of 20 6, because I have OD and PC, so they have different um dates. And then for the outreach, I put the correct date, but for the followed up email, I forgot to edit the date. Instead of 26, I put like 28, and it down to like missing, I think that was
Inaccuracy. Inaccuracy.
in yeah, accuracy. So that's one of the learning moments for me. That's really have to be, double check the dates, especially when it comes to enrollment, registrations, and scholarships. And actually, the conversation was good. It's just that the date itself, my follow up was ruined my whole scorecard for that week. So that was so sad, but that's the learning moment for me. Yeah, I just want to share that one.
Thank you, Neo. Yeah, that's correct. Something that I suggest, guy, is to get used to check the roster management guide for the next weeks. For example, last week some of you were asking about what is the deadline for the Evergy grant, and in week zero there was just like a deadline for, I think, for OD and not for PC. But if you go to the roster management guide in week 2, it has like the deadline. So I invite you to navigate through the coming weeks to see if there are important dates that you need to have in mind, okay, during this week outreach. So get used to do this every week. And also we can share maybe at the beginning of the week some important deadlines or something like that in the group chat, okay? So if you find something interesting about deadlines or something, you can send it to the group chat, and we can discuss, or we can be aware of this, and we can help each other in the group. Okay. Now I will share you how to calculate the performance. We were told that there will not be like mercy, we can say, this semester, at the end of the semester, about performance. Okay, so some mentors this last semester were renewed with less than 85% scorecard. Okay, so now they explained us very well how to calculate this, and at the end of the semester they will not like renew those mentors with less than the expected. Okay. Especially because it is not hard to get a good performance. Because if you can see, if you can pay attention to the dates, to the timestamps, to the I don't know, to the KBs, it's easy to get yellows, blues, or greens. And this is how it is calculated. Blues plus greens plus yellows divided by the count of weeks evaluated. So in this case, for example, we have 4 weeks evaluated, okay? With 1 blue, with 2 orange, with 3 yellow, and week 4 blue. Okay, we have 4 weeks. So if we divide this, it is like we have 2 blues and 1 yellow, okay, divided by 4 weeks. Yeah, so it means 75%. Okay, so please remember this. Even if you got yellow, you are like raising your overall performance. Okay, so we try to aim to blues and green, right? But even with yellow, we can like get a good performance, or like the expected performance. Do you have questions regarding this? I will keep you update about your performance, okay, in our one-on-ones, but just to let you know how it works. Raquel?
We are only evaluated from week 1 to 13
Or what do you mean?
because I don't have any evaluations for my
Yeah.
scorecards in week 14, neither week 0.
Yeah. The evaluators are just went from week 1 to week 13 last semester, and this semester is the same. We will be evaluating. We will be evaluated since next week for next one, for this current week. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. Yeah, guys, I know that it is not difficult to avoid oranges and red. Okay, I mean, I think that the key to get at least yellow, I mean, to avoid oranges because missing documentation or something, is to be concentrating in what you are doing. So if you need 30 minutes or 1 hour every day to document, set apart this 1 hour, 40 minutes, 30 minutes to just document. Okay, don't answer messages, don't text students while you are documenting, because if you are like focusing your attention in 2 different things, probably you will miss some details, and those details leads to orange. Okay, so try to focus on what you are doing. If you need 30 minutes each day, that's fine. Use those 30 minutes just to document. And if you have questions, just ask me. Okay, Carlos?
Well, we have yellow. It's also our score is increasing, right? That was my question.
I mean, yellow is not to increase, but it's like to maintain. Okay, so even if you got yellow, you are not like, maybe you can have yellows the whole semester and you will be 100%. Okay, 100% according to the measure to be renewed. But if you need, I don't know, if you need to be promoted, or I don't know, or to be nominated for MSA, or to be taken in account for another position, you will not be there. Okay, because obviously the one who is getting blues will be before you. Does it make sense? It's better, obviously, to get blues and greens.
Okay.
Yeah, Nicola?
You were talking about documenting, separating a time to document, but one thing that I know, just to tell how I do it, one thing that I always do is I always document every time I talk to each student, immediately document. So for me, the work's just completed. If I send an email, I document individually each student. So I don't do all the work and document later. I've always been doing this. And I think for me, I can't think the other way. I can't think like I'm going to have a big volume of conversations and after get crazy to document everything. It's much easier if you talk to someone, you finish the conversation, you go there, document and put everything. Then you go to the next problem, next student. So I think that's the best way.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, in your case, you're like talking to a student and then you go to document and you focus on documenting for that student. It's the
That's
same.
right,
What I mean is this, is focus while you are documenting. Don't try to have this documentation here and then you're answering something else and you are doing other. What I want you is to do this, is to focus on what you are doing. Okay, but yeah, this is a great idea, Nicola. Raquel?
Another tip that I use sometimes is on my email when I am on the end of my shift and I answered someone and I don't have enough time to document correctly, I put a star. I use Gmail, so I put a star. And sometimes there are like 4 stars, but I know that these are the emails that I still have to document the following day. And also, while I'm documenting, in the beginning, sometimes I created 2 or more than one activity for the same email, and it was a loss of time, and also it was wrong. So something that I do is using labels. When I finish the documenting the email, I put a label on it. So like, for example, week 1 outreach. So I know that one I already documented, or the name of the student. And these small tools are helping me document correctly.
Great ideas, guys. Thank you very much. And I think that each one of you has maybe like their own method to do it. But what I want you to do is to, I know, to bring up some other ideas, to concentrate and to avoid these details that then will cost us some oranges. Okay? Try to find your way. Trying to find the method to do it. You can copy someone else's method, but the thing is, please be focused on what you are doing. Okay? We don't want oranges. Okay, let's move. Customer satisfaction. Okay, we improved, or we were above the expected in February, but then we went down. We can say that it was a little bit impacted because a mentor who was not working anymore, or 2 mentors who were not in anymore, they still remain in our CISA team, okay, and they were getting like zeros all the surveys, so it impacted a little bit. Anyway, I think that we need to improve, and I have some ideas or some suggestion for you. First, make sure students understand the ticket process. I mean, that they understand that you just create a ticket and you don't solve it. Okay, so I think that I have told you this several times, but just to make clear that you understand this. Help the student understand this. Why I want to say this? It's because sometimes the students can give up a bad feedback in the CSAT. The difference is that sometimes if they understand the process, the CSAT comment will be different, and it can change your scorecard. Why? Because if you have like less than 70% in your CSAT, you will get automatically orange in your scorecard for that week. And for the coming week, except that it is raised, okay? But if not, you will get oranges while your CSAT is below 70%. I mean, 67 69% or less, you'll have orange, okay? And if you have 49% or less, it is red automatically, no matter your documentation. But let's say that 4 students or 3 students answered the survey, okay? And 2 of them gave you like 100% and 1 gave you 0. It's very dissatisfied. It means 66%. So it is an orange for you. But if this student who gave you 0 in the comment wrote something like, okay, I really like my mentor, he's amazing, but I don't like the mentoring program because advisors are very bad doing their job. In this case, the student is pointing out to the program, not to you. So the evaluator can reconsider this comment and say, okay, the 3 students are satisfied with the mentor service. So you will avoid the orange in your scorecard. Does it make sense? It's clear? Even though let's say that the student didn't say anything about you, okay, but it's specifically complaining about something else, okay, like he's putting 0 because he don't like advisors or he don't like the mentoring program or something, but it's not like directed to you, the comment. So the evaluator can like avoid this comment and give you like a good score. I mean, disregard the percentage of the CSAT. Okay. Usually, thank you, Gladys. Usually, those like when the students are like angry with the mentor, they say, I don't like Raquel because she is like this, and this. Okay, and I don't like Christine because she doesn't answer in 24 hours. I don't like Jonathan because Jonathan is from Philippines. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so the thing is that usually when they are like angry, okay, can you hear me? Sorry.
Oh no.
You were silenced because of the bad thing you said.
About whom? About Jonathan? Yeah. It was like, it was a punishment. Sorry. So, oh, wait. Okay, let's continue without the presentation, because it's already finished. But I mean, try to help and understand this to avoid like personal comments. Okay, so if they like give you a bad CSAT because someone else, the evaluator will avoid this comment. Will avoid like this, yeah, this comment or this percentage. Any questions about this, Raquel?
I think that they do that because they don't have any other place to put their disagreement on anything. Many students complain to me that the process that they have to talk to us and then they have to talk to advising and then they solve the ticket and like I have one ticket that was opened on April 8th and until now there's nothing done yet. So the student is getting me crazy and everything else falls apart. So if they don't have any place where they can throw their frustrations, this is the only one that they will be heard by the program. So I understand everything you say and I agree, but I also understand the students because even if they complain to us, we don't have the power to say anything about advising or anything. We don't have how to express the feelings of the students. So they don't feel heard if they can't complain. And once they complain, we have to avoid that they complain. But it's
Well,
not us, you know. So if there
Something,
was a way for them to, or for us to tell the program to tell BYU Pathway that, okay, so this student is not satisfied with this. It's not with me, it's with this. Then I think we would have better results regarding this metric.
well, I think that they are aware of some like, or we have, I don't know why, but I think that through the bot you can create like a concern, because I'm the guy like assigned to the concern tickets. So I'm reading a lot of concerns or complaints from students. So I know that they are complaining through tickets. Usually, most concerns are for advising. Advisor done showing up or something like that, or not, they're answering. So they are complaining. But it's like this method of complaining is not very clear. So they don't use maybe a lot because it's not clear. But if you have like a good relation with your student and your student is like frustrated or something, you can say, okay, you can use the mentoring survey to share your frustration. But please don't say that I am like a bad mentor, okay? If they do this, it's okay. It's okay because Pathway is seeing this and it's seeing that the mentor is working good, but not the rest of the support, okay? So if I mean, don't like encourage them to complain, but if they say, okay, I will complain, okay, please don't complain about the mentor. So just ask this. Okay, Christine.
I think last 2 semester I received a DSAT because a student complained about me sending 2 emails each week. So in this semester, will that be a same scenario here with the evaluator, or they will ignore that? Because as far as I'm concerned, we are aside from outreach, we need to follow up with unresponsive student. And sometimes unresponsive students are the ones to complain that they receive too much email from a mentor.
Well, I mean, evaluator could say that you need to do a follow-up. And this is not like strictly mandatory. Okay, so we suggest to do this to get responses from the students, but you need to evaluate if this will like impact or not your work or your performance. So what I mean with this, let's say that you have, you have 90 students and you have 20 answers each week. I will not care about sending a follow-up for the other 70s because I have a lot of responses. The thing is, if you just have 2 responses in the whole week, so in this case, you need to do a follow-up with the other 88 because there is something that you need to do to improve your communication with them, because if not, you're not like doing your job as a mentor. Okay, you are not getting responses from anyone. But I think if you think that you are like being very like if you feel that you are bothering the student, don't do it. I think that you know your students. Some students are like people who loves to talk a lot, and some others prefer to say, hey, hello, I don't need your help, thank you. So in those cases, I would not suggest a follow-up. Okay, but in case that you think you see that the student is open, so you can continue doing it. Even though if the student is not like, I don't want to say that if the students just say thank you, we don't need to send another follow-up. But it's not the same to say, hey, okay, thank you. To say, hey, I'm doing great, thank you very much for your help, but I don't need anything for now. So I think that is different, okay, the attitude in the messages. So yes, I don't know if it answers your question, Christine, but
Yeah, it does. Because last time I was marked down by evaluators because I did not make a follow-up. So yeah, I'm just verified. Thank you.
So being marked down about follow-up, I think it is something that you need to tell me because it is not like fair to do it. Okay. So one thing is that he's suggesting like a follow-up, and something else is to be marked down because not doing a follow-up. I mean, let's say that you did not apply FAN and the evaluator say, okay, you need to do a follow-up to set the next step, but the evaluator gives you a green. That's fine. It's not something like to be worried about because you still have green. But I think if she or he say, okay, you did not this thing, and you should have been doing a follow-up, and you are orange. So in that case, I need to like to request a review, okay, because this is not fair. Okay, not doing a follow-up is not a reason to get like orange, for example. Okay,
All right, thank
Carlos.
I still remember, I think someone wrote on the chat group 2 weeks ago, if I am not wrong. It was about an issue with a student that that student was disrespectful at the moment to ask things and stuff like that. So my question, for example, about this, well, I was thinking at that time, if that student is answering and is trying to, I don't want to use probably, I'm not wrong if I am using the right word, extortion. Like, oh, if you do this, I do this, and stuff like that. In those cases, for example, I know that we have to end the conversation or to answer, and we can be more professional and answer, normal calm, probably because as first of all, I was looking the point of view of the student because I've seen some students they are with a lot of stress and some people they are managing, they don't know how to manage it well, probably. But in those cases, what's the procedure, for example? Because probably that person that shared that situation got a bad CSAT from that person, of course. And in those cases, what's the procedure, for example? Because probably the student doesn't want to work with that person and probably the mentor as well. So
So for this,
how it works? Yeah.
yeah, so the most important thing, guys, it's to have everything documented because I can raise a complaint or I can, no, not a complaint, but maybe like a request to change the mentor or to cut the support from mentoring to that student. But my manager, who will request pathway, they will check the documentation. And so this is our proof that the student is I know, threatening you or that he or she is being harsh or something. But if I request this and then pathway goes to Gladys profile to activities and say, okay, Beric is it's a friend from Gladys. Beric, it's being, I don't know, very polite, and Gladys is not doing her job. So probably pathway will punish Gladys, not Beric. Okay, but Gladys just don't like how this student is. So for this reason, she's requesting to change. Okay, so it depends on the documentation. For this reason, you need to document everything. Because if we are requesting something, but the documentation says something different, probably I will be punished, Gladys will be punished, and I don't know, probably they will say something about blue. Okay, so let's we can do this. We can request even if the student is disrespectful, we can like forbid the student to access to mentor support. That's okay because some students are disrespectful with mentors, but we need to have proof of this. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
my situation, for example, I had an issue with the student like 2 weeks ago, like we were talking really nice by video, and I think I told you about this. And after the last 5 minutes, that person, completely changed in everything, and that person was asking me about some information and some things, and I asked him to send a screenshot about it. After it was, I remember, a close deadline. And after that person, was annoyed with I'm with a lot of problems and stuff like that. And I was like, but the deadline is close, and after probably you're gonna say something different. But the thing is, it was by video call, the situation. So I don't think that when we have video calls, we can, add some details about it. But in the email the last thing that person answered, I don't want to receive emails and stuff like that. And after 2-3 weeks, complaints from that already happened. So I am like, really different.
Yeah,
That's why
it's
also.
I mean we cannot control everything. So, I mean we can try to do our best and we can evaluate, okay, and we cannot say, or we are aware that sometimes students are maybe unfair with mentors, but for our client, BYU Pathway, the student has the reason, sadly. Okay, and I think it works every time like this. But we can do, I mean, don't drive crazy because one student is complaining a lot. You will not be fired for this. I mean, it's not the same. Just one student complaining about this. It could happen to the best mentor also. To the best mentor who is, I don't know, let's say it's Argentinian and some other people don't like Argentinos. Let's say they someone else don't like Argentinos, and that's normal. And probably he will give, okay, but he said because you're Argentinian, and probably is the Messi of the mentors, and we don't know, and it could happen, okay. But if you don't have like 10 complaints about the same, I mean, don't worry, okay, just one is not a big deal. We can improve, we can learn from this, we can learn from these experiences, but don't drive crazy for this, okay. Okay, let's move. We have just a few minutes. Gladys and then Lucas.
Okay, so I got contacted by a pathway missionary last night. Yeah, it was morning in my time and it's evening in their time. And then she was asking about two of her students. And then I asked her, where did you get my details? And she said that there was a student that I was her mentor. And so that's why he gave it. That's why she gave it. And then the pathway missionary was contacting me because of the concern of two of the students. And when I asked Axel, they are not on my roster. So what am I going to do about them? And then he said that they're assigned to other mentor. So I tried to contact the other mentor and she's not answering yet. But her area code is 52, so that's in LATAM. I think that's in Peru.
52.
5255. Anyway, Chile, is that Chile?
No,
Anyway,
Chile is 55.
so
5-5 is
So I'm
5-5 is
5-6.
Brazil.
5-6. 5-6
5-5
is
is
Chile.
Brazil. Brazil
Yeah.
5-5.
Chile is 5-6.
So
But yes,
5-2.
it's South America. It's South America. Gladys.
Brazil.
No, 5-2.
So-
She says 5-2.
5-2, okay.
Mexico. I just
Yeah,
checked.
5-2. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still like waiting for her on that. And then the missionary was very sweet. And she said, you're invited to our gathering. And it's like, how do I know which gathering and what student is in your class? Because my PC roster is just only one student. So, and the rest of the PC that I was trying to contact was in the not enrolled list. So, can you enlighten us, Axel, when our roster will get fixed? Because it's kind of like it's everywhere. Our students are everywhere. So yeah, that'll be a big help.
Okay, so about rosters, I don't know. I don't know what to say about rosters. This is the truth. This is true. I hope that the rosters are like fixed for yesterday, but they were not. So I mean, it depends on someone else. I don't. The answer from the managers is the same every time. They will fix this soon. So I think it's because it not depends on them also. So if we are like depending in someone else, it's another team from Pathway, and yeah, try to do your best with the tools that you have. Okay, Raquel,
Thank you.
Mayara, Lucas, and no one else. Okay,
Okay, about
and
what
short,
Carlos was
please.
okay, what Carlos was talking about students being rude and everything. So what I would say is to take your personal side and keep only professional and be kind to the student, because sometimes they are so frustrated that they are throwing everything at you. I had some situations with students. I have one that is desperate right now, but every semester she's desperate. Like PC 101, she was desperate. PC 102, she was desperate. I had tons of video calls with her. She's always desperate. And the way that she writes her emails, I sent Echo yesterday, and she's like, "Help, please! I have not seen my things." And I was like, "Okay," but I sent in my mind. I told her, I was thinking, I spent 13 weeks telling you to register, and you say today that the classes start, that you are desperate, really? But always answer these students, even in face-to-face, try to cover this part of yours that is like angry or confused. Just try to be professional and kind, because the student will be melted. And I know that because I have seen that. One of the students was calling me a liar, telling me that she called everyone and she was complaining to VYY and everything. And I was like, okay, but I'm doing everything I can. And she, in the end, she was like, okay, thank you so much. I love you. And everything went good. So just try to
Yeah.
be professional and give the other face. If she
Hmm.
slaps here, let them slap here, and it will be fine.
Thank you, Raquel. Mayara?
Okay, so I was wondering, is there a way I can request to change a student to another list? Like, I know I'm assigned to this student, but for example, she took PC 101. She didn't take PC 102, and I still have to contact her each week. And now she's not taking PC 103 either, but she's still on my PC list, my Pathway Connect student list. Is there a way I can like request someone to move her to matriculation? I don't know, or maybe not enrolled, something like this.
I'm not sure, but you can send me the example or the ID in chat and I will ask. Okay. Lucas?
Okay, I will be quick. So the first one is about gathering. Like, um, I didn't attend a gathering last semester, and some students I felt that I should, and then I contacted the missionaries, and they were like, tipo, why are you worried about the student if they have a A? Like that's how they answered me, and I was like, okay, I didn't know that. I don't have this information. So, and then they were like, tipo, I felt like they didn't want me to participate in the meeting. So, should we try to participate or should we just not? Because
Well,
we cannot see like the student grade like they can.
yeah. So, well, we cannot push to participate in gatherings.
Yeah.
This is clear, I think, in the hub. At least the last time I read it, it says that the mentor should contact missionaries and ask them if he or she can can participate. So if they say no, it's no, because you are not the owner of the gathering. They are, okay, or not the owner, but like the leaders or the responsible for the gathering. So yeah, we cannot do anything if they don't want you to be there. And
After
regarding
that, I
the
didn't send other emails. I was like, I respond to him, but I didn't try to participate in other gatherings.
and something else, guys, please understand that sometimes missionaries don't know everything. Many times they don't know everything, and they are sometimes complaining about mentors, but they don't know what the mentors do. Last semester, I had a missionary creating several concerns regarding the mentor not answering the students. Okay, one mentor of our team. And he says, she didn't answer to this student and to this one and to this one and to this one. And very angry, like not yelling because it was a text, but it was like, I can feel that he was very angry with the mentor. So what I did, I checked in the CRM, in the system, the conversations. And this mentor had conversation with all the students that he mentioned. So it was a lie. So what did I do? What I did, it was to text him, to send an email. Hey, Leonardo, Elder Leonardo, do you have proof of this? Because I want you, I didn't say punish, but I want to to apply a course correction to this mentor, because it's very bad what she's doing. And I know it was a lie, but I told him to do this. He never replied. I request again some proof. And he said, no, I'm traveling, I will answer. So sometimes they are just complaining because it's free, but they don't have proof, and they don't understand, or they don't want mentors to be part of the program. So be careful with this. I mean, I understand that they don't know everything, and sometimes they are maybe a little bit confused about how it works, okay? And just be patient with them and don't pay too much attention to them, especially if they are rude with you, okay? Guys, thank you very much for all you're doing, and I hope that we have a great semester. Just one last thing about CSAT. I suggest you to invite a student to answer the CSAT survey after you have a ticket with a good resolution. Okay, so let's say that you help the student with a ticket to, I don't know, to add a course or to have something solved by advising or whatever. And the student say, hey, it was solved, thank you very much. Okay, Nicola, could you please enter the survey to the email which says, we want your feedback, and answer the survey? It will be very grateful for me, okay? So let's use this feeling of satisfaction in that moment to make the student respond the survey positively for us, okay? It's just an idea. There is a lot of questions that I didn't read. How they assess, it's something about the ticket. They can go to the bot in the portal, in the student portal, and they can see their tickets, their status of their tickets. Okay, so I will show you how they can see this. Anyway, you can ask me about updates on the ticket. Thank you very much, guys. Let's finish with a prayer.